What's up, everybody? This is the poker coaching study session. Today, we're gonna be looking at a hand history from Mr. Jeremy Chan. Jeremy took basically first place money here because he made a deal and then, so he almost won, the WSOP 88, on a Sunday too. Pretty big field, nice score. So let's see how he did it. So started with, it's probably not his first bullet. But here we go. What do you do with pocket eights here when you're just starting?
Versus UTG. Oh, UTG one.
20 big is probably good enough to shove, no? What do you think?
Yeah, it's
Just
gonna
set
be
mine. Sorry.
a little too short to set mine. It's kind of awkward stacked up.
Yeah,
I think we're getting correct odds to set mine. 1 in 10.
But we don't close the action too, right?
But that's big. That's a big issue. Yeah, true.
alright, so let's see. So yeah, that's what I thought. Shoving a lot here. Jeremy shoves. Gets a fold. Alright. Hmm. Okay, okay. What are you gonna do here? 'Cause
Button versus hijack, 25 bigs.
shove. I would shove as well.
EV. Yeah.
B. Just call. We're in position.
Oh, Jeremy went with the call. Machine says call. Surprise.
Sorry, I was running late. We have
Oh,
arrived.
no worry. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you for the welcome.
So this is the second hand.
Okay,
Didn't miss much.
hit
Uh,
him with a little 3-bet, man.
yeah, I wanted to shove. Shove the stupid one.
I don't know. Is that Chippy V stuff you're looking at?
Yes. We
Okay.
started with 20 big blind, so knowing Jeremy, probably max eight reg or something like that.
He's probably towards the ends of registration, I would agree.
So yeah, machine wants to call here.
Yeah,
Checks, check back. Do you call one straight with your king eye? Cause
not at
sometimes.
this, not at this point. Not at this point.
Okay. Just an all in. Can limb here, limb jam, I think. Uh, Should you stab on this board, on this flop?
Blind versus blind?
Limp check.
I would probably put one big blind out there, but I wouldn't be surprised if it just checks.
Yeah, the machine checks here.
You with a heart.
I've got a big heart. That's why I want to, stab Roger.
Yeah,
Nice, nice.
Okay, I think this is fairly an easy call.
Yeah. I'd buy ISO, put it in.
And
Gotcha.
then you call with like ace eight off? Or no?
Probably.
You said ace nine off, probably the floor.
Ace nine off is probably like a pretty easy put in. Easy game, right?
Oh, Jeremy. The church. So jam here?
Yeah. Jamming's alright. I mean, that guy effectively put himself in, so.
I like, okay, raise here. Pretty big. Pretty big and he makes a top pair, top kicker, so. I think I would go almost spot here. Jeremy,
So he raised pre-flop. Is that what happened?
the four.
I would, okay. Yeah, I mean, you probably do wanna go kinda big here. I do agree, Louis. It's a little dynamic around his calling, the caller's range. You don't really have any interaction with the flushes, so probably a good idea.
Mm-hmm. Went pretty big. I like bigger. Let's see what the machine says. Machine says actually very, very big. Most of the time. That's what I thought.
Yeah, the machine wants to go really, really small or really, really big.
Well, mostly big, right? 50% here. So
Mhm.
that's a spot where I think like, no,
I was
betting
just
big
pointing
is,
out,
yeah.
just pointing out the
Fin-
polarization, like,
So it should be like 9 or 12 here. Turn. The turn is a pure check.
well, I think when you start going big, is it a pure check? Really?
Well, thing is, we are on from 1% of the range here, so.
I see. We're in kind of a goofy node. So just what happens if you go big? Like just make the polarization appropriately polar.
Here
And,
we go 125%, yeah.
yeah, put that in there and then give him a call and give him like the Badoogie 3, like we got. And I think you probably are just gonna be like putting the rest of the chips in.
Hmm,
You check. Look at that.
yeah,
You still check. He calls a big bet. I would be a little cautious. Yeah, I agree, Roger. I agree. I my idea behind it would be that he has a lot of high equity draws when he plays call versus a polar bet that are unimproved here.
so
So
all the other tens play differently, right?
it's something about the king. I wonder
Yes,
like why it's
yes.
just protecting the range with king X for some reason. It's kind of interesting, right?
You unblock the most floats
What
out of
it,
every
so
kicker.
what I guess you do unblock the most floats, but why would that be cause for check?
Or trapping, right? We need to have some traps. You let him,
Uh,
when you unblock every float, you let him bluff his floats and then you spring the trap.
maybe, maybe so.
Like we check, give him a bet, and then we're gonna jam it or something, right? What are you looking at here? E EV?
Trying to get there basically to a color code EV. So yeah, seems like it's the only strong hand we check, right? Am I wrong?
That's your checking range.
Yeah.
Right. It's not a bet here. Your check.
Can you see if we're check jamming? We must be check jamming surely. If he goes. It's kind of small bet still. Yeah, okay,
Check raise, check jam.
thank you.
So you wanna check raise the turn, okay?
Feels like a solver balance thing, to be honest. Like, I don't know if there's like anything fundamental here to really take away from this, other than it's how it's balancing the range.
Yeah, if you bet pot and then you check turn, I'm pretty sure the guy never bets small to you.
That's fair. That's like a similar leak to where if you check raise check, like population will check back a lot when in theory they should probably bet small with a lot of stuff.
Mhm.
Now, how do you exploit that? That's a different conversation.
Yeah, yeah, I agree, Danny.
Check
You
back
probably
your
can
draws,
check
then
raise a bunch
try
of
and
stuff.
realize equity.
Yeah, you can like,
Don't
you can
improve.
check raise check a bunch of stuff cuz you're gonna get a free river or something weird like that. I don't know.
Bet or check here.
I mean, you're in the cutoff, ace high board. A flush draw. You're not gonna do a ton of betting out of position here, but it looks like if you were gonna do some out of position betting, this is probably not a bad combo to do it with. He shouldn't have a lot of strong ace X flatting from a cutoff open, right? Even like some of his like suited gappy ones should be three betting you, so. I kinda wanna bet.
The 9 is a really good card for us, the ace is a really bad card.
Why is the ace bad in your mind, Peter?
Because he flats a lot of suited aces there, wanting to keep the big blind in the.
Do you think he's flatting more suited aces or three betting more suited aces cut off first button?
He's three betting the offsuit ones to get the big blind out of the pot, and he's flatting the suited ones to keep the big blind in the pot.
I guess he is 40 effective. He's probably doing some of the polar stuff, I would think. He's probably still three betting a lot of like ace eight and worse. But, I mean, it's like a 60% bet, which in terms of like out of position betting is actually like quite a bit. Louis, to test Peter's, idea here, can we just take a look at that range real quick? Versus so cut off first button action.
Well, what do you mean? You
So
flat
just make,
all the aces.
okay, so there is a lot of flag. Yeah, I know you flat. I know there's a lot of ace flatting here at 40. Um, but this is like, as you apply a risk premium, this morphs a bit. And as you approach 50, this morphs a bit. As you kind of like escape from that four betting range, the four bet jam range, but yeah. So I mean,
Yeah, I
there is
guess the
proof it
deeper
is.
you are, the more you start to three bet the wheels.
You do, yeah, you do.
So.
So majority bet.
What's your-
Yeah. Okay, good. Alright, he binks it. I think, okay, this is I like this a lot. I think this is very good. I think this is like a clear 152x spot, 2x pot spot.
What are we watching, by the way?
This is the channel.
Okay.
Okay,
It
let's
channel.
play. He finds the overbet. Exact,
Yeah, yeah,
exactly.
this is definitely good. It brings in another flush draw and, you know, he's got the nuts unblocking like all of the draws. He finds the big bet, gets a call. Now you just, alright, so
All in.
my question is, okay, that feels like an obvious answer, right, Danny? But if all the draws brick and he played, did he play check back on on the flop?
Check flop, overbet turn.
Right, right. So it goes check, check, flop. So he shouldn't have a ton of ace X here. I think maybe like
Who shouldn't?
The guy checking back in position, he's gonna have partial frequencies of ace X
Okay.
at this
No,
point.
I just wanted to clarify
Yeah,
who
yeah,
he
yeah, yeah,
is.
yeah. Yeah, that's fair, that's fair. So, think jamming's definitely a viable option here, but we considered maybe like, I don't know, maybe something like a half pot or 2 3/4, something like that.
I think like 60 could be a thing potentially.
Yeah,
Where
yeah,
you like
yeah,
don't
yeah,
have to
yeah.
go all in. But with this hand, I'm all in, like, you unblock everything.
One size.
He can still have ace
Two
jack, he
of them
can
all.
still have ace five, he can still have pocket fives, well, he might raise turn. And some stuff, whatever. Like in theory, people, like, I don't know how population's playing necessarily, but in theory, that flop should go check, check a lot, even with good hands.
Sure. I don't disagree.
I think it's like one of the more half potty type sizing boards.
So
where
Jeremy
you're a
three
little
bets
polar.
kings. He's gonna see bet really small because it's a pair board, which I think it's good. And villain raises, clicks him.
Call.
Do
Well,
you
no
click back?
diamond. Kings are so good. I think it's okay to just call.
I wanna call just because he doesn't, I mean, SPR is gonna be, such that you don't really have to work very hard to get the rest of the chips in, and if he has bluffs, it's like Peter describes way ahead, way behind. Okay, so like you're dead versus six essentially, and if he has bluffs, you kinda want him to unload the clip.
No, you wanna click it back.
Maybe you just wanna stack sevens now.
Maybe.
But I'm surprised it goes from 5 to all of it.
Well, you gotta look at the size also, so like, what is the solver using as a size?
100% all in.
No, no,
Yeah,
no,
no,
no, no,
Galen,
no,
you're
no,
right,
no.
because Jeremy bet 2.8, but the solver
Yes,
has quarter as the minimum.
right,
And then
that's
the
kinda what I'm getting at.
raise is 13.
Right, so like he's already kind of like committed himself to some extent. Where in game here, the guy's put 5, 6,
Which
which
is
is a,
very different from 13.
it is quite a bit different. So, I mean, this is like, you would have to do some custom stuff here, but I don't think jamming's bad, to be honest. It's probably very competitive with call. I don't know, if you like to
So they
stub your
did,
toe sometimes, play call.
did they just add this part?
I don't
No, it's
think
always been there,
so.
Louis.
I think that's
You
always
sure?
been there.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure, but I
I'm
think,
sure it's always been there. I promise you. I think if you think your opponent here is capable of having an air ball, then you should call. But most opponents will just show up with like pocket nines and not fold, and you might as well just get it in now.
yeah, I don't hate that. I don't hate that. Jacks, yeah, so this is the situation you're talking about, Danny, where it's like, there are certain turn cards that will come out, like, let's say a queen, where you may not get the rest of the chips some frequency of the time.
This guy should have been in pre, no?
I think so. Depending on the stage of the tournament, we don't really know what stage of the tournament it is. Or do we?
That's jacks.
Early still, right?
You are correct. He did have jacks. Thank you.
What happened here? Checked it down. Okay.
Fold.
Yeah. They're too tight. Too short.
Church, closed. Come back Sunday.
Closed.
Where's Sunday? I don't get it. Okay,
Sure.
call.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the scam.
River.
Jeremy Chan's special river scan.
He had outs.
What is going on here? So micro stack raised to two big blind. Jeremy makes it 4. The guy calls the 4. Now a
Remind
good
me if,
flop.
is this vanilla or PKO?
Vanilla.
Vanilla.
Vanilla, okay.
Now, what do we do? 2.3, he's in. Uh-oh,
Call.
lots of pressure. Calls, breaks, loses. How does he call the?
Oh, well
big
played.
blind? What's going on here? Oh.
What's the point of
Whoa,
confusion?
Hmm?
whoa. Hmm? Do we go or
Oh,
no?
oh, no, definitely not.
Can you put it in chips momentarily, Louis? And
I
what
mean,
game is this? I forgot everything.
it's the 88 Sunday.
Do you know what
Maybe,
starting stack is in there? Cause I don't.
I don't, but we can probably find out if you give me a moment.
I will need
So
the pay structure as well.
So today is, so the 31st will be Sunday, so let me go hunting. And I'll find the lobby for next week and we'll see if we can
Should we
get some
fill
stuff.
the info right away?
I would be folding here probably. I mean, it's probably not crazy to go with it sometimes. It's close, right? I don't know. Like Chippy V, it's probably like not bad at all.
It must be 10K starting, right? Cause we've won a bunch of chips, right?
We're about to find out. I'm scrolling, we're almost there. They do have, okay, I found the lobby for next week. 10K starting, so he's got
Yeah.
4x, so that means end of registration would be a starting stack of 10 big blinds. So how many big blinds does Jeremy have and how many starting stacks does he have? And we can extrapolate.
4 start stacks.
25 big blinds, 40.
Oh, so this is post
We're
reg.
past late reg.
Probably not quite in the money, or like, this would be pretty
Right.
softish bubble, I would think.
Probably 25% field.
25%. Sounds about
See,
right, yeah.
seems about right, yeah, I would say this is 25% of the field, which means that there's no earthly way I would be calling this.
So you say fold.
I would be folding, yes.
I need to feel this spot, like I need to like have played with this guy on my right for 20 hands and kinda know what's up a little bit.
So why would Jeremy Chan call here?
Um,
Maybe we're not that deep in the tournament?
Like I'm saying, he might have a little bit of a read on this guy. I
yeah,
think
there's a
he's a
feel
little out of
aspect
line,
Danny's describing. There's
Maybe
a
this
feel
guy's out
aspect.
of line, right?
little spewy.
I'm not gonna sit here and say I fold this every time. Every time. There's definitely situations where I would be calling here.
Alright, well. Jeremy goes for it and, oh my goodness, is he gonna win?
Bro, gotta have an under pair. Oh,
How about
see.
nines? Alright, and then thing is like, are you ever ahead of anything here? Like
I
this
think
is like the
so. I think
train.
so. He's
It's
gonna
a
be
yeah,
doing this. What is he doing with the eights? Sevens even.
6 is even.
You do beat some pairs.
okay, so you think we have to go? Or,
I'm with Danny. Like, I would have to feel this spot out. I think like if you're looking at a solver, it's probably towards the floor of the go range.
okay,
That feels right to me. We're like not
But
quite far enough into the game where we wanna fold yet. But if the guy is like anything but GTO, like if he's a little too tight, I'm probably just gonna find a fold.
What about this here?
Yeah, I do agree. Yeah, you gotta well, yeah,
He's all in
okay.
for two.
I think
Yeah.
you just put your chips in, unfortunately. Like, you're not stoked about it, obviously, but
Just a push here?
yeah, you gotta go here.
Jeremy, are you gonna win?
Well, he obviously V-pips.
Time to come back.
Oh. Maybe a little bit loose?
With this?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I don't know, man. If the money bubble's just popped or something, it's probably whatever. I wouldn't be jamming this on the money bubble, though. And judging by some of the shorties, you're either, you gotta be real close to it. It's gotta be close.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, so jack eight off here. I think you should raise. What do you think?
I don't hate raising to two big. Actually, it's a mid offsuit gapper. It's probably like borderline okay to jam here or raise to two. I think you V-pip. If it was jack nine off, I would be doing this, and I think this is probably still okay.
This is good. We cover. I
I
mean,
think-
you can probably do this if you don't cover too. But it's just dicier. Me and Roger in the chat, like, could you imagine Jeremy just trolled you, sent you the wrong hand history? He like busts
That would
out in two
be,
hands. It's over.
that would be the best troll.
It doesn't raise very much at Chippy V.
What's the range look like?
Looks like this at Chippy V.
Right, so you see, like, you see what I was saying, like, if it was a little more connected, it would be okay. It's really converging around the nines.
And then how does
Um,
that change at 25%?
Yeah, go to 18 or
Yeah,
25, sure.
that's the problem is there's only really jams there. So you need like I think he was talking stack depth. Were you, Danny?
No, I meant ICM.
Okay,
Cuz I think the higher risk premium, you'll get opens even at short stack depth. Yeah,
mhm.
1912, that's perfect. Oh, wait, yeah, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
see, like, you open the junkier
so,
stuff now.
so there's some not all in there and then there's some jamming. But like it really wants like a little more connectedness. Notice the 10-8. But I say that and then 10-7's like whatever, so.
And
Click
then
some
if you make it
buttons.
like final two tables,
Second.
can you see how wide we can open? Like I opened 10-3 yesterday. I think it was good.
When you say you opened it, you just like,
Like I minned it for, the guy had 9. And I had like a bunch.
the
And I
three
min
is not
raised.
gonna be great. You're blocking folds when you have a three, but I do think
You
V
can
pipping it's fine.
suck me, Galen.
Hey, bro, I'm just trying to help you out, man.
Let's see what the friggin' machine says. Yeah, I don't know. Like it maybe should just be a fold, but I'm pretty sure I can raise everything
Ah, no, don't
Almost all
fold.
the matrices are the same.
with
Don't
my
fold it.
10-3.
Very
Just limp
aggressive.
it. Limp it.
No, don't limp it. You're crazy.
Alright, so
Alright,
tell me
I'll
this.
look it up myself.
Why?
I'll look it up
Why
myself.
wouldn't you limp it? Do you think you're gonna get
Because it's
outplayed post
free.
flop?
Raising is free. I have 40, the guy has 9. It's like 15
Oh,
left. Like, what's he
well,
gonna do?
that's a
What did you
different
need,
scenario.
Danny? I'm sorry.
I like raising that more.
What do you
Alright.
want?
We're derailing
No,
the
I'm
hand
derailing.
history.
It's okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I shouldn't make you do it. I'm gonna look at one thing though.
Multi-way.
I wanna fold. I don't know, man. This is not a fun one. I wanna fold.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, it's multi-way.
Yeah, multi-way.
Hmm.
I would call if it was heads up. But you're the
Could you
sandwich.
fold? Wait,
man.
wait, wait, wait. Go back to the ace five. Fold pre.
You know what you could do actually is you could jam this pre.
Nah, just
Yeah.
fold.
You should look at it. You really can. It's cut off and button. You can
Yeah, but cutoff's
definitely.
opening from 16, maybe.
He's
No,
you do,
it's two-way. You have to be linear three-way, multi-way.
you
This is way
do,
too bad.
you do verse stronger ranges, but the button range here is not strong, so you do have some
Dude, the
dookie that
button
works its
flats
way.
aces here. He has traps here. We're like 20% ICM. He's flatting a 16 big blind open. He has like jack 10 suited, pocket eights. Not even pocket sixes. I don't know. And then like some
Pockets.
traps like king, queen.
I hate this spot. King ace three hard.
Okay.
Look at his flat. I mean, wait, that's not, hmm. This
20.
differently. Wait. Just stay here for a sec. Let me pick one for you. Can you go like two up from here?
This one?
Mm-hmm.
This one, the button doesn't have a calling range.
Are you sure? 0%?
Ah. Not enough to work what we wanna work here.
That's plenty. 5 is plenty.
5% is plenty.
Yeah,
You're
that's plenty.
you're torched versus this range, so you probably won't, but you might, I don't know.
Cause we've,
I
if we
wanna
make
see,
this a little
I wanna see if we
deeper,
fold. I really think we fold. Louis, no, don't leave. Let the button call and see what big blind does before you leave. This is a really close approximation. I don't know why you're losing your mind here.
I'm not.
Thank you. Fold ace five. Thank you. Thank you.
Danny, would you please direct your eyes over there and tell me what combos are raising?
I see some ace deuce
There you
and a
go.
bunch
Okay.
of linear stuff.
So, alright, yeah, ace
And
five,
also it's not jamming Galen, it's making it 5 big blinds.
you can't you can't extrapolate exactly and then say it like it's a matter of fact. We pick a random spot with random stacks, which is not exactly what's in
You wanna
game.
HRC it?
Bro, did you just challenge me with an HRC?
Hover for, alright, before we do this, can you hover the equity as well, Louis, of
I'm
ace
gonna
5 and
mute you
ace
both.
deuce?
I'm gonna
Can
mute
you
you
just
both.
hover the square?
I'm gonna
for-
click the mute button. I'm gonna drink my coffee, mute you guys, and have a great time here.
Before you mute me, the original point I wanted to make here is that when we're in ICM here and it goes raise call, even in late position, your offsuit ace, like below any bad kicker really, just shrivel up. Like, what are you gonna flop an ace and stack off? No, probably not. You need two pair. And you're not gonna get two pair that often.
You
You're not
just
gonna get a
prank
wheel
them.
that often.
You can prank them sometimes. I'm not doing this stuff in game. I'm just saying it's part of the range. Learning the heuristics is all I'm trying to help extrapolate.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah. So, but
taking a
raise,
polar combo is not crazy sometimes.
I agree with you. I'm not even considering like, you can raise if you wanna go crazy. But I don't really think you should be completing. I don't think you should be calling.
Oh, I don't think so either. I'm not a caller. I don't wanna
That's the
call
point
here.
I wanted to make.
Oh, well, we're definitely aligned with that. I think calling here is like, you're bringing a knife to a gunfight per se.
I'm surprised because like folding seems to be what most of the models point towards.
Well, I mean, you're looking at ICM adjusted ranges.
Yeah,
And you're like calling with a second or third best hand here.
Yeah.
It's not super surprising to me.
so from
This
here,
is a
easy
very,
fold, right? Or,
I mean, now that you're here, I guess so. I don't know. I don't know what
I'm,
you can do. Call?
I'm folding here. Feels bad
I
all
just
the
don't
way.
wanna be here. That's the point I'm making. Like, just get out pre. And make sure you're gonna not bust the tournament in some stupid silly way with a bad hand against ranges that are crushing you.
Like that, yeah, exactly.
it looks like we blinded down to 4.7. We go with the 9-7. We go with the queen 10.
And if even Jeremy Chan is making that leak, then like, imagine how much of us are leaking there. Like, I think it's an important one.
Oh my goodness, do you see this one?
What happened?
Just look at what's going on. So look at this. Ace
Okay.
king opens, we got ace jack. Put it in. Calls,
Would you expect anything less on a Sunday from Jeremy Chan?
we're
Louis?
good.
You're acting
Oh,
surprised.
we're good, but are we really? Look at the equity here.
Will it be a
11%.
five or a jack? What do you think?
They're gonna pump fake with the 5, but it's actually gonna be the jack for the scoop. Like you're,
Yeah, I think so.
The 5.
oh, I was thinking like the 3 primes are mine for the chop, but knowing how, Jeremy's on Sunday, nah, it's the jack, but I was wrong.
Nines again,
Put her in.
into nines, how many times?
Well, that would be twice.
How many times is it gonna happen?
Alright, I'd call here.
Okay.
Oh, boy. Okay, so the question is,
Would
are
you
you
call
playing?
a turn bet?
Well, are you playing check jam, check raise on the flop, or are you just going to play call?
Call, it's a second pair.
Oh, I thought we had an open ender for some reason. Yeah, you would be playing call. I don't know, actually. I think you would be playing call, though.
Yeah. So turn, check, so like he never has anything here, basically. Bet. Kind of polar, not sure with the 10 out there, although he doesn't have any 10, so. Right. And then we just ship it.
Okay,
Hmm? What's going on here?
they chop.
How does he call the turn? With
How does who
queen,
call the turn?
queen line off.
I mean, he has a double gutter.
Just click the button.
Look at this stack. Jeez.
Yeah, yeah, it feels kinda thin, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't disagree with you, Louis.
Pocket nine, let's get into pocket nines again.
Could induce that maybe, depending. Call off. Dead on the flop, easy game.
Is this a good defense against the button?
Yes,
You sure with ICM and everything?
yes, I'm sure. I've PTSD from not defending this hand.
Hmm,
It's probably
Incorrectly
alright.
not defending.
Okay, well, how about this? From like an ICM perspective, are you folding suited combos?
yes.
Not against the button open.
Not against the button open, Peter says. I don't know, to be
Not when you're
honest.
this short
Not when you're this short. Danny
and it's the button
thinks.
open.
Maybe you do. I don't know, though. I don't, I'm folding some stuff. Like if I get, I mean, my suited threes and deuces, I am definitely letting go of some here. But maybe you're not supposed to.
if you're finding folds with the bottom fringe of range, it's not that bad.
So this
Well,
is
look,
an
okay,
Are you supposed to
example.
fold this?
look at
This
that.
is
You
an-
probably,
Wait,
that's, so
Yeah, you're
put it,
15% left, right? Like, is
yeah, yeah,
that
yeah, put it in the
valid?
money, Louis. Put it like freshly in the money, like put 5% or 10% or something.
Yeah, 10%.
This will alleviate the bubble a little bit. But you still should be pretty foldy. So
Yeah, a
like,
little
this
bit.
is after
oh,
this
maybe I
is
made a
after
good
the money,
fold then. Alright.
after the money bubble. And I mean, like, you're folding jack seven suited there. It's like indifferent, which is pretty interesting.
I don't know. All I know is Louis, you called me out for not defending this.
Uh-oh, called out for calling out Louis.
People make mistakes and they blame me for it. I'm.
Called out.
I showed
called
you I
out-
would've, I showed you I would've flop trip threes and you called me a nit.
Oh, called out for calling out Louis.
Oh,
Take that, call outer. Well, we're
Oh,
here,
you
so
gotta
now you
play.
have to call. You have to call.
Oh, lovely win out.
Oh,
Oh my god, he let us
wow.
win.
he gave up.
Imagine not
gave up.
bluffing.
Imagine how
That's.
tilting. Imagine. That's the kind of pot I'll lose the game over. Like, oh, I don't belong here anymore. I lose.
Hmm. And there's no way we could have heroed him. Or is
No.
there? Do you ever consider? I had a spot like that yesterday where the guy's like, yeah, I don't know. I wanna talk about this hand I had later.
This is good. I like this a lot.
Think so as well.
Call. Win. Call. Good. I like calling. I don't really like jamming a ton.
Check raise, check call.
I mean, it's so. Okay, I don't think check raising's bad here, but because of the nature of the board, I do some check calling here sometimes. I think check raising is probably just gonna be good, though. Jeremy does it, and he gets it. Good on him. So like, if you check raise there and the guy jams, I just feel like you're never winning, is my issue with it.
I would've jammed this hand.
Jammed what, pre-flop?
Jam,
Like
jam
this?
first hand, yeah. Assuming we're
Huh.
still bubble, for sure. Even
I
if we're
don't think you're
ITM, I
bubble.
might.
I think you're ITM now, but. Yeah, bubble, I think it's great. I think it's great on the bubble. Maybe a bit much,
Yeah,
maybe a
still
bit
jamming.
much. Still jamming though. I miss some of these. I'm still trying to nail some of this offsuit stuff. But, card matches really well with the suited side and the offsuit ace X, so can't go too wrong, right?
Mhm. Minute.
Oh, Merry Christmas. Fold.
Ooh, tough one.
I don't think this is that close. I would
Not
fold.
tough, okay. I mean,
Why do you think it's a fold?
I don't know. I'm tempted.
I'm very tempted here.
Tough one.
How many chips?
You need
Just
some
put it in chips.
stats.
Put her in chips. Put her in chips. 1.5 million. This
Oh,
is like,
it's a
gotta be
lot.
deep. It's gotta be deep, boys. It's gotta be deep.
It's a lot of starting stacks. We
Why
must
don't you do like,
be 3 tables, eh?
yeah, why don't you look at final three tables and see if you can find something comparable, like opening mid-20s, getting jammed on by low teens.
Cut off small blind.
Cut off mid-20s, low 30s. 22-18 feels a bit.
2012, that's it.
He was small blind though.
Was he? He was
mean-
small blind. So we need a small blinder. And you want closer to 25 if you can find it, but
22-13.
that's probably
Yeah,
not bad. That's probably not bad, Louis.
that's it.
It's probably not bad.
Well, almost. That's the
It's a
one.
little more costly for our call off, but, I would say it's pretty close. Alright, before you click it and show it, what do you think it is? What do you think the floor is?
Alright, average stack in game might be a little higher than in the model, but with 20 big blind average in the model. Oh man, what do you think the floor is? Either this or a pip above it, I guess.
I think a pip above it is gonna be indifferent. I feel like even in game, ace ten suited is gonna be pretty marginal. Ace jack, I feel like it's just a side call. Offsuit, probably still ace jack is the side call, but I would probably be looking at ace queen. Pairs, I think you're calling most pairs, probably down to sixes, maybe sevens, something like that.
The more I think
Sevens.
about it, the more I'm like ace ten off. And ace nine suited. I think this is a floor.
I feel like you're right, Lou. What about deuces, threes, fours? Where do you
can fold
take
that.
them all?
You can fold
Where are
that.
you okay, so where is ace ten and ace nine getting its value from?
Bro, I ain't
Jam-wise.
folding fours. No shot I'm folding
From his
fours.
pairs, from his worst aces.
If this
How
guy's
many
a good
worse
reg,
aces? Well, how many
a
worse
lot of
aces
them.
is he jamming? Like,
Wheels.
okay, like. Some wheels, maybe.
Even in their offsuit, which is important, right? He'll jam some offsuit ace eight and up.
Maybe, I was thinking maybe closer to
Ace seven
ace
and up
nine. I don't think he's jamming ace seven versus cutoff.
versus
think that's
cutoff.
wide.
Maybe you're right.
I think that's wide.
Maybe you're right. Alright, let's see his jam range before we see our call range.
Yes, I agree. So he is taking ace eight, ace seven's a bit wide. He's taking all suited aces, which, that's gonna really be a boon for calling with these type of hands. I think if this is reality, if someone's just taking ace deuce suited and piling it in, you're probably printing with this type of hand. Now, is that reality? Maybe. I agree, Roger.
You
I think
gotta
this would
check
be the
your
Oh,
call.
mark.
I
You
don't
gotta
see
look at your
much
player.
suited nines, but ace six hands, no problem.
Yeah, that's true, Danny. Like,
Yeah.
I think you just have to be kinda sensitive to, what's actually going on. But if we look at the calling range, it's gonna make it like very attractive calling with this type of hand. Because you beat so much at this point.
I ain't folding fours, bro. Hover fours, show me that EV. Whee!
Dude, my hand is dead.
So ace
It's
ten off,
actually
that's
less
always
than
okay.
ace nine suited. So we're actually nowhere near the floor here, in theory land anyway, this like prince.
So it's a bit nitty of a fold here, right?
Maybe the guy was a nit, the rejammer. It's like a, more of like a ace queen off plus type of guy, pocket nines type of guy, you know?
Well, we got some of that Yay theory optimal here, like how Yay was talking about, you make it deep into these tournaments. You can just skip some of the marginal spots, the close spots, like you don't have to call.
Yeah,
Maybe that's some of what's going on there.
maybe that's good for these three, these two, but ace nine.
I mean, ace nine's printing. Um. I just think it relies heavily on regions of the range that may or may not exist. So that's why I get a little
Yeah.
nervous about it.
It all hinges on what they jam.
Yes.
Alright, now here you're only against one player. So you can play call.
I would play prank here sometimes.
You probably could do all three.
Yeah, I think like three betting to five. Call, like, I think honestly, this is a tough hand to play. Like jamming's probably not crazy, pranking's probably not crazy. I think you have to VPip it is the problem. I don't think you get to just say I fold. I don't know. What do you think, Louis? What do you wanna do?
We cover, so maybe we can jam.
Bro.
He has to be
kinda like
respectful, but he's
jamming.
opening in a bunch of big stacks.
So jamming, like,
Call, maybe
it's kinda,
call.
this is kinda like that final table spot we looked at yesterday,
Yes.
Louis, with the
Yes.
A7.
Which was totally out of line.
Torched, right? But that was a final table. This is not a final table. So maybe it's not as crazy. I don't know.
Call. Let's
I've
just
been on
call.
I've been on a pranking stint lately, so I'm like three betting this guy to five.
Look at Yi, heard his name showed up right in here. He has pies.
Does
Yeah.
your opponent have a jamming range here?
He
Yeah, it's pies
should
in him.
have some, not a, he should have some.
Does this hand fall above or below his jamming?
I
Below.
mean, I think
Well,
his jams are gonna be like king ten
above.
suited. King ten
Is
suited.
he jamming this hand? Is he jamming ace five?
Not
Probably
off.
not.
Ace five
No.
suited. Could
Maybe,
be.
maybe ace five suited, maybe ace five suited.
Okay. So
This
he's gonna
interacts
be-
with his min raise range.
So then we wanna call against stuff that's gonna be in his min raise range. We're still competitive, or we're crushed because we're behind like all his super value that's raising. Right? The wider a person's jam range is here, the more cautious we have to be playing a hand like this. We're gonna run into the top and bottom of their range, and we block the bottom of his range here.
So what, at the same time, Peter,
Mm.
like if you were to three bet this guy, you're getting better to fold quite a bit, like. His ace six, seven, eight, nine offsuit, all of that stuff is just torched. His offsuit.
He might be jamming that stuff, is the problem. Right?
Yeah, if we're
Like,
just looking at from a theory perspective, he shouldn't be jamming some of that stuff. But yeah, I mean, that's true. He could be. I don't
right,
know what he's actually
he's
doing.
15, he's a little deep to be jamming, but like maybe
Yeah.
he throws ace nine,
I
ace
think
10
ace 10, yeah,
in
is
the
where they
jam
might
range.
start.
Yeah, Roger. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm kind of like flirting around with the idea of playing click it up to five. But,
It might be
I don't
better
know.
than calling, cuz again, like, you call and you get an ace and you call a C-bet and then he double barrels, you're already feeling
Bad.
gross. Like, what do you
I've-
Real
even do
bad.
against a double barrel?
I've made up my mind about, again, about this hand. I wanna prank.
I
Alright,
think
I
prank
like it.
might be the like cleanest to play kind of. It's very easy. He either folds or he like jams. I guess he can flat and then you're on the hook to donate more. People don't really flat here though.
He shouldn't be flatting a lot. Flatting would be horrifying.
I'm probably like check give upping almost every board if he calls me. Or like betting tiny and giving up.
But
On
like
this
you're talking about
configuration, we are chip leader. That's not gonna be good, right?
You're talking about
No,
pranking this guy and then c-betting. That's gonna be very competitive with the amount of chips that you're gonna put in with just calling here and calling a c-bet. Right, when there's
Yeah,
a board.
How
but then
many?
I have
Yeah.
fold equity, Peter. I like
but yeah,
having
that's it.
fold
Yeah.
equity.
Yeah, that's where I was going with that. Like, that's true when you make it post flop, but you just take down the chips an immense amount of the time.
Louis, let me just see it. How many left? PKO or regular?
Vanilla, we think 3 tables. It's probably like
Yeah,
19 or 20 here.
yeah,
But
do
this-
something like that.
How much paid? Okay, 2K. So let's say 300 paid. GG. Okay, I have something good.
Good, yeah. It
Let me
doesn't have to be
see the
perfect.
stacks, please. So 17.2. 15.5, the guy that opened.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And 20. Six-handed, right? No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Three tables, so let's say 27 left.
Seems
Mhm.
good, seems good.
Well,
Yeah.
we're only six-handed, so it'd be
Oh,
like
sorry.
20 left, maybe.
Yeah, you're right. Let's do 20.
So that's
Between
what I'm thinking. It's
18 and 20.
probably final two, maybe?
Do final two or three. I think three just to give it a little
Yeah,
leeway
I
room.
did. Do you wanna add the nano lean size?
Yes. Make it like 5 big blinds or something. I think the not all in is like the core of the discussion, to be quite honest.
Okay. So cutoff opens, right?
Yeah.
This is the core of the discussion.
Done. Okay. Can I share?
Yeah. Of course.
A few seconds, it's done. So that's his range. Oh, we didn't
Okay,
give
he
him
needs
an all-in.
jams. He
Yeah,
needs jams. Cause he is
yeah.
gonna be doing that sometimes with some components of this range.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, new hand. Okay.
Any idea where I can get the pay structure for this?
It's in the lobby,
But the,
I-
Can you send me a
as
the
long as
lobby
screenshot?
it,
now will be very different from how once you
yeah,
have a
that's,
bunch of
yeah.
runners, you know?
You're right, we can't really get it unless you like find somebody who played it. To be honest though, if you find something comparable with like a scaling payout structure, it's gonna approximate it the same. It's not gonna be a big deal.
I ran it on
Similar field size. That's all you really
GG
need, right?
Masters double stack $25, 287
That's,
paid.
if you have that, if you
Okay.
have that, yay, that's great. That's perfect. That's what you
Perfect,
need.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's perfect.
So not cranking. It's for us.
So, so again, it's like, it just looks like it's a little more polar, like ace do. I guess what I'm getting at is like, maybe there's some blocker effects going on here because of what he's opening. But really, the EV of ace deuce and ace five is not gonna be that much different in my mind. And I mean, it's ICM, so maybe it does matter more than I'm giving it
Yeah,
credit
but
for.
the thing is ace five plays much better post flop than ace deuce.
Which is true. That may be why it's preferring to call, but from like a range perspective, I guess the important takeaway in my mind here is there is a lot of not all in sizing here. Like you have a lot of room to do stuff. Like look at 6 deuce and 6 3 off. What on earth?
Do you
Never in
guys
my life.
flat deuces?
Always.
Yeah, actually,
Yes.
I had a
Pocket
very
deuce,
Okay.
similar
never
one
lose.
yesterday where I struggled. I didn't know whether to flat or rejam with
Mm-hmm.
deuces.
So we have 5 BB raises. Mainly for inducing and some bullshit. Okay, can take it from here,
Thanks, C.
no problem.
Dude. Have mercy on my soul.
I would limp here a lot. Is that good?
Limping's not gonna be bad.
Okay,
Open is very bad with the suited end, no?
I think so.
I
I
think
think
it's,
some of the stuff opens. I don't know. He covers is the thing, like.
yeah, but
and
not
they-
king, not the suited ends mainly wanna limp and see a flop. The offsuit hands, it doesn't connect very well, wanna open
You can
fold.
jam this, can't you?
If your final
Eh.
two tables, and this is like final table bubble, I don't think you're like limping hardly anything into this guy.
Mm,
Okay, so let's just play it like a
Hmm.
satellite then. If you wanna take it to the most extreme example. Are you playing limp and satellites here?
No.
Right. That's kinda what I'm getting at.
Yeah, just ram it. I'm
Right.
locked in today.
Right, so like, see, like this, you can just abuse.
It's too good to limp fold, too
Yeah,
bad
but
to
the
limp
problem is
call.
he has 17 big blinds. I think it's too much for the jamming.
I agree, no, I agree. I'm not a big
Let's
jambler
say if you
here.
had 14, 13 big blinds, so yeah, I would.
There's a 1912,
I
Louis, if you
mean,
scroll up a
here,
little bit.
it's 1916 with
Yeah, we
average
looked at
stack
it.
15, and we're still going for it, like.
It was very aggressive on the 1912.
Okay, okay, what about there's a 2311?
But it's partially
Uh,
eight to your credit. This one here, it's limp or jam.
11 is too short. We're gonna be super aggressive.
Look
alright,
at the
so
2119 to get an even more like extreme, like we can interpolate a little between them.
2617 is not
Yeah,
bad.
this one. Cause like here, if you were
Oh,
even
it
still
raises.
jamming it here, then that would tell you like, you really, I mean, it's competitive, right? Same EV.
It actually raises. It
Yeah, you
prefers
see
to
that, you
raise.
see that, you see the motion that's going on here, right? Like the closer his stack gets to your stack that threatens you,
The more
the more
respectful we are.
the more respectful you are. But the bigger differential that you have, the more you're just kinda like putting it in his face
So this is
constantly.
probably just more of a limp, you say, or are you still?
It's the
I-
fact that they were close and that the effective stack kept getting bigger and bigger as
If
well.
this is
Like,
final table bubble, I'm just jamming in this guy's face.
You're going no
I
pre-lunch.
think we should see what's his reaction and then estimate if population does play like him. No, I mean on the solver. When we open, how does he react?
Well, we got it shoved in our face, so we know what he's doing.
Okay, no problem. But
Yeah, I know, I'm just kidding.
do you
It's just
guys
funny.
think? I think he rejams way
More
more
than
than that.
this.
Yeah.
You guys think he jams more than this? What do you think
Yeah.
he's jamming? You think he's like,
Or
you
a
think he's taking
different
like
shape, I
a,
guess, maybe.
you guys think he's taking like suited Broadway some of the time here or something?
All pairs, for example. Probably
Yeah, I
all
do,
pairs,
Galen.
Yeah,
right?
I
I
think
think.
he'll just put it like ace jack suited. Is he gonna play click or call ace 10 suited? Maybe not. Just go, right?
Yeah, okay, I buy it, I buy it.
That kind of stuff. But then he might lack the ace 6-0 and ace 3-0.
Well, I'm looking at king deuce off and I think that's definitely getting shifted somewhere else. Like, I don't think a lot of people find those polar offsuit king X. Some might, but I don't think generally they
Yeah,
do.
but they jam the ace five, ace four, ace five, so
Yeah,
it
they do.
comprehend.
Yeah, they do. They do. They do.
Yeah.
I need a black card.
Hmm.
Sorry.
What do you guys do here? Or bet all in as a bluff?
Nasty
Ooh.
situation.
This is nasty. Alright, so I think, four betting all in here could be good. You really need I think to Danny's credit, you need a feel to really estimate what you should be doing here. If this guy is like just abusing everyone because of the chip stacks, as he probably should be, I think this is a great four bet. Um. Actually, I don't know. Never mind. This is a different situation than I was really anticipating. This is
I
like.
think it should be good. I think you're right. Like this
Uh,
guy, given his stack, surely he has been doing some abuse. Unless he just happened to like triple up with aces last hand.
Yeah, he's also three betting from the big blind, which is so dicey, but I don't know. Maybe, I don't like calling. I hate calling. So it's like folding or four betting, and I feel like folding is probably a little too tight.
People have learned the ways of the prank now, right? Some of
Some.
them.
I think it's still one of the great, secret cheat codes of, online poker. But I feel like some people have.
Ooh.
Is there
Ooh.
9? No, there's 8. Oh,
Alright,
maybe, and
final
I
two
think
then
this,
now.
I think this actually might be final table, cuz I remember, I thought there might have been a double knockout situation and he started 8-handed. I'm not 100%.
What, Louis? Do you prefer check
Oh,
the
rollback?
flop?
Is there rollback?
Yeah, I'm checking the flop.
I'm
very much.
checking also that flop. And if I bet,
Why?
I'll bet.
Well, you
Why?
got second pair.
It's a range bet.
It
First
is.
of all, he has a short stack. He can jam on you a lot. What do you do with your 9 when he jams?
Just
You're in a
bet the
nasty
range
spot.
bet. If I bet one chip and he goes all in, I will fold. I'll be
I
like,
prefer to bet
nice
here
play.
no equity hands or the pure value hands. Those mid hands I prefer to check and take it to showdown. But
Dude,
Yeah, I
it's
agree.
like maximum ICM risk premium. He's gonna be folding so much. Just take your range bet and win the hand and move on. Like, I
okay,
don't think there's a need to overcomplicate it personally.
I disagree, Danny.
I
Galen
would
has
check,
run
but
some of
okay.
these ICM sims and we've seen boards that turn from 60-70% bet into pure range bet small.
I know
Yeah,
you're, the more
some
confident you
of that
are
is
about
true.
it, Danny, the more wrong you are.
Usually not.
I'm just saying.
Well,
You wanna bet on it, Louis. You
we'll
wanna
try to
bet
put
on
some
it.
truth. We'll try to put some truth to it soon. Ken's been helping me run sims and we're almost there.
I'll set it up and run it.
You should.
Only if you put money on it though. Otherwise, I don't care.
I posted the results for the ace queen hand on the chat for his 3-bet range and our 4-bet range.
You posted in chat?
Yeah.
Let's see what you're working with here. Let's see some Gaiazo.
Nice queen. Oh boy.
No, that's the big blind range, 3-bet range.
Yeah,
And
you're looking at the
jamming,
wrong one.
yeah.
You gotta go to, the response. What kind of, how are we handling these shenanigans? Ace, queen, okay, sure, there you go. Now, king 10, alright, jack 10, like,
Gee, good luck on that.
I'm kinda scared.
Good luck on that.
It's probably good though, you know, like. Sometimes you gotta man up
4%?
and just say, I'm all in.
Almost.
Exactly.
Probably a call. What do you guys say?
Fold.
Call, what? Oh, dude, I'm probably folding
Did you
here.
forget you're on the FT?
Yeah, this is
Oh,
like
I'm
FT
just
bubble or
wondering.
FT. Yeah, no, I'm folding. In the words of Jeremy Chen, nah.
Okay, what's your calling range? Do you play eight?
Nothing.
I was gonna
All
say, I
in or
don't really
fold?
have, I don't really have much of a calling range, if you wanna know the truth.
Really?
I'm folding a lot
mean-
and I'm four betting a lot. I don't know, if I have a hand
Ace,
like,
queen suited. I'll call.
I
Fine.
might even four bet that, but, yeah.
Okay.
Or, yeah, we should run this one though. He made it so big.
He's out of position. So it's almost like a true 3x, but a slightly smaller.
Closer to 4.
That's what I meant. I'm sorry, a true
Oh,
4x.
okay, yeah.
I said 3, I meant 4.
Yeah, I got you.
What's the big blind stack?
Yeah, why don't you let Ye run? He's been running them all.
Sure.
He has it set up.
So
Big
that
blind
guy has like 30,
31.15.
40.1, let's say, and big blind has 31.2.
Yeah, sure.
Eh, 2, 4, 6, 7, 14 left, 13 left.
I think we think we're final table now, don't we? Are we not sure still? Can
I
you
don't
look,
think we're
Louis?
100% sure.
Final
Figure
table
that
for
out.
sure.
Final
Really?
table
Oh,
is
we
in.
saw rollback. We saw rollback.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
okay. So 7 left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems good.
What's the action to BB? Should I add all in to that guy on the small blind?
I would never limit them to not being able to put all their chips in.
Okay.
You know, these guys are friggin' jamming ace king off, man.
Sometimes.
They're out here
you
doing
can't-
it.
They are.
Yep.
They are doing that.
What position is he? Hijack?
I thought he was small blind.
No, the
No, the opener.
okay, the opener.
Hijack or something.
That one will take 4 minutes, something like that.
Okay, maybe you can look at the wizard. What
We
would,
can move on and
what
look
would
at
be a
an
similar
ace two.
model on wizard?
How many bigs? So, I mean, you need like 30 effective, 30-30 or something. 30-30 final table, 7 left. Yeah, there you go.
Something like this?
Probably fine. Hijack for small blind, maybe? Nah, he's just jamming, or is that our response?
It's, this would be us. So
That's our,
mixing,
I'm very okay. I'm very confused. This is how we're handling it. I understand now.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, like, I don't know. I don't really feel like you're doing yourself, many favors by V-pipping here with that kind of hand, but. It's like the definition of like indifference, doesn't know what to do. Win a flip, please.
yeah, so in this model it would be a pure call. This one, it's mixing. Wonder what he is gonna come up with. What do you guys do? Still,
With what?
the sevens.
Folding, bro.
We already told you.
Fold.
Alright. So you guys wanna move on or?
Yeah, you
Well, I mean,
can.
yeah,
It
yeah,
takes,
he's running one.
yeah, it will take a few minutes.
Yeah, let's, yeah, come back to it.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Ace, king, pocket.
Oh,
queen.
this is final table. This is final table, cuz this is the hand. This is the turning point.
Oh, boy.
King on the turn,
Oh, my goodness.
queen on the river.
What a,
Damn.
what a spoiler, Galen.
Oh, man. And that right there, everything we've done today is absolutely useless.
I muted him because he's ranting about that.
How you gotta win the final
He's
flip.
being a bad reg right now. Ah, it's
That-
useless, everything you can, if you don't run.
See-
Yeah, screw you.
Louis feels attacked because all he has is his EV to hold on to these days.
All I have is a mute button these days, and I'm gonna use it.
I'm glad you finally found that because it's useful.
Now you guys wish you had one on me.
Yeah, wait till
No,
we
I
go
wish I
into,
could take over your mouse sometimes, though.
yeah, yeah, no, I do wish that as well.
Why? This is a
Because
Make
good
you look
you,
at what I wanna look at.
well, and that and you get in like circular click mode sometimes, and I'm like, what are you doing? Oh no, not again, not like this.
What's happening here? How are we here?
Well, we raised
What?
pre.
Oh,
First and
okay,
left.
okay, okay.
And he calls, and
I
then we get
see.
this, and then we bet.
I see. Okay, sure,
I think it's
cool.
good. I think
What's
it's
the turn?
good.
And then he calls, and then what do we do?
Oh, on a 10.
Maybe you keep going.
Oh,
Give him a.
man.
Okay, so let's think about it.
We're
What?
playing poker, boys.
How many king queens does bro have in his like limp call range? Probably not a ton.
Or maybe all of them? In theory?
You don't think he's like raising some pre-flop? I mean, we are covered of him by a
The
little
suited
bit.
ones, well, the suited one, yeah, he should raise the suited ones, right? For sure. The
I
offsuit one
think.
will mix, maybe, you're right.
Okay, so
So
I
he
feel
doesn't have them
like,
all?
I like the
Half of
10's
them?
pretty good. 10's probably pretty good for us. I think like, um, I mean, this has gotta be close to the bottom of the range. Like, what else you gotta just check, give up? I kinda wanna put the guy in the
The
pressure cooker
problem,
personally.
like, he doesn't have, let's say he doesn't have all that many king queens. He still has a bunch of queen jack, queen 10, king jack, king 10.
He
Even some two
does.
pairs that like shouldn't probably fold to a second barrel yet. We'll have to shake them off on the river.
It gets dicey.
And
I'm not gonna sit there and say it doesn't.
what rivers are you comfy barreling? Like maybe a club, we'd be happy.
Club,
Maybe a brick,
queen, king,
put him to the test.
ace,
We
maybe a
could tell the
jack.
story, you can go like 6.5 here, blast
Six
some
and a half.
rivers if you're feeling
Six
bold.
and a half is is a horrifying bet. You're getting folds from flush draws, 6x. Maybe Jack X, weak ones at least. I don't know. What are you doing, Louis? You waving the white flag?
Honestly. I don't think I'm raising pre-flop,
Well, that's probably a mistake, to be quite honest.
cuz you need to be polar here, I know, but 4-7, I think is just junk.
Yeah, but you're the big stack against the second big stack. You can apply a lot of. Actually, I think this would fit a lot in this situation to ISO here, more
Yeah,
than
it's kind of
other
the
situation.
perfect
Yeah.
junk.
You know, you're probably supposed to have like hands like 7 deuce offsuit here. You're supposed to have hands like 7-3 offsuit. Like, the twos, threes, fours offsuit probably make up a big part of this, this range.
The junk I would raise is probably like 8-5. You know, 1 pip above this.
You're blocking his folds is the problem at that point.
Maybe.
Like,
Roger
you're
likes a
attack.
bigger turn bet, by the way.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah, I don't hate
Yeah,
that,
me
Roger.
also 7.5 something. I
Yeah.
think we should continue with the story.
Knowing myself, I would probably, uh, be, be a little scared boy and give up the turn. But I don't hate the going for it. It's just if you go for it on the turn, you kinda have to be ready to go for it on some rivers, cuz like I said, he
Yes,
still has a bunch of
yes,
those natural, like, call the turn
yes,
again and then fold the river to a jam type of
yes,
stuff.
yes, you're right.
And we don't have the best blockers and yeah, maybe giving up's more
You,
prudent.
you have the unblockers, which is the best part about it. You don't block anything. And you have the top of the range while he has like top middle sometimes.
The end is ready. Tell me when you wanna look at it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So our open range, right? 20 BB. I don't think we jam.
Mm-hmm.
First of all,
That's,
let's
yes,
see if I ran it right. Melmut
that looks good.
on,
That looks
on the
good.
action.
You didn't give it jams, open jams, but it's deep enough where I don't think it's gonna be an issue,
No, I
right?
don't think we have open jams here.
I don't
So
think so. I think
okay,
so.
three
We're fine.
bets. Seems legit. No?
Yeah, this looks very reasonable from somebody who's abusing the table.
Mm-hmm. And our response, um,
Right, so like, this is kinda what you were seeing in GTO Wizard where like.
No, it was mixing jams and calls. It was rarely
Okay,
calling.
if you let me finish, if you let me finish. It was on indifference. It doesn't matter if you had 12% call, 13% raise and this and that. The fact is that it was fringing on the point of indifference. It's
Yeah.
the same as sixes effectively. So 5, 6s, 7s, I call, even 8s, 9s are not happy. Like none of these hands are really, thrilled to face that action. So, I mean,
Well, what about 8s and 9s? How much do they make?
yeah, that's a good question. You can look at that. I don't know.
Not much, but still, not bad. 9s make less than 8s.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cuz he's not three betting, like all the pairs he three bets are higher anyway, and then you probably start interacting more with the bottom of his bluffs and you make a straight, it's gonna be less clean, stuff like that.
Okay.
Alright,
Can't win.
yeah, it's one of the highest frequency raise, actually. You guys were right.
Right, because, alright, now if you click raise, where do his folds come from? Like, you don't wanna have an 8 because look where his folds are coming from. You don't really wanna have a 5 cuz look where his folds are coming from. And the good thing about like these twos, threes, fours is if you look
Well,
at the limping range.
I'm not convinced by, not having an 8 or a 5. It's a very high frequency raise, right? With a lot of like,
You
Good
understand what
job,
I'm
man.
saying? If you look at where his folds are coming from is where I'm trying to point out to you. Like, okay, like you can combo pick and cherry pick all you want, it's fine.
no,
It's
no,
where the
you're
folds are.
using 8-5. I'm calling you out. It's not the right thing.
You wanna take it to the streets, bro?
Yeah,
You wanna take it
yeah.
We'll throw down.
to?
So look at the node, yeah, where you just
Yeah,
check
look at the limp
behind.
range, look at the limp range, look at the limp range. I don't know what to do here. What was the limp range? Limp is another word for call.
What do you wanna see? When we limp and then,
If you go to the small blind, you see where it's, yeah, just click that node. Okay, so this is why you're picking fours, threes, deuces. Cause like he's folding all of that kind of stuff, so. It's like a pip under what he's call folding. That's why that stuff makes a lot of sense. And yeah. Jack ten's good, sir.
oh. These range are like similar to Chippy V, no?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Let's look at the rest of the hand, see if we, Chippy V, if we are C betting.
Bet flop. Looks like you bet turn.
Rarely checks flop. Rarely checks turn and big
Yeah.
size when they turn. Big size.
Seems good.
And then on the river, we're supposed to be over betting. Okay, so he took an aggressive line, which I wasn't sure of, cuz it feels like it's a lot of chicks with 4-7. But it's fine.
Yeah, it's just the nature of the board, right? Like, board's just really good for your range.
Yeah, and then
Yep.
this guy had it all along.
Ooh, not sure about that. Ah, okay. Okay, sorry. A second.
This is an effective jam. I
No,
think
s-
this is probably
Oh, he
okay.
has 23 big blinds.
Yeah. So he's effectively jamming, so if the big blind wakes up and goes all in and the button jams over, he can still fold with
No,
11.
of course, but what do you think?
Yeah.
The 8 BB and the 15 BB changes a bit the situation? Or we still
I mean,
It-
ace five suited is a hard one to just say like, no, thank you to.
But you're
okay.
supposed to prank here, no?
No.
So you have the, it's like the ace seven spot. Remember we talked yesterday a little bit? You have the extra equity of the flush draw, so if you have jams
Oh,
here,
wait.
and I think you do,
Yeah,
it's
but
gonna
wait,
come from the suited region.
wasn't A7 from the big line?
Yeah, but I mean, it's gonna construct itself the same. Like, you're gonna take your pranky sizes from your offsuit, and you're gonna take your jammy sizes from your suited.
We have 24 bigs.
It's a lot, yeah, you should have some jams though, because,
I would
taking
be
not all in
interested.
sizes versus the chip leader, it's like,
Yee, do you think it's a good hand to run?
I agree with you, Galen. I'm just
I'm
saying,
running it. I'm
I'm
running it.
hesitant
It will take time, I think.
to wanna. Do we
Let's look
take
at the
this? I guess
model.
it's sort of like the best. It's like this one, like king 10 suited. Like, some pairs and stuff are the best bluffs here, right?
I think so.
What do you think about the Jeremy sizings? What should I put? All in?
Just put
Well,
all in, yeah.
Yeah.
well, give him an all-in size and then give him the
Well,
10 big blind size also.
Give him a five as well,
Use
please.
the one used, why not?
I want a five or a six.
Oh, yeah,
Let's
that's
do
true. You-
6
Oh, right, right,
and
right.
all in, okay?
Yeah, yeah,
Six,
yeah.
all in. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Well, you might as well put the 11 too, so we
You-
can see
you-
like,
No, but
You-
it will make the sim much larger and it will take more time.
Well, then don't put all in, because it's gonna affect that range, I think.
I think you have to put all in because we have hands that we jam here, rejam here. Y- Okay, you want me to run it or?
Yes, yes, please.
Yeah, yeah, run it however.
Okay, so in this configuration would be a good jam.
Yeah, you see what we were talking about, Louis, like the offsuit ace X, you prank some, but you have the extra equity of the suited combos and,
Mhm.
you know, they're gonna be pretty good there. If you feel the need to jam.
It's ready somehow. I don't.
Alright, let's
Let's
see.
see. So that's the button range.
Yeah,
Mhm.
pretty wide.
Okay,
Feels very wide, actually.
and the small blind.
It's basically the same motion we just witnessed in that, GTO wizard sim.
Mm-hmm. Well, because he opens so wide, then we do wanna reach him all those ace X, right?
Right. So like, even if he was opening a little tighter, you would still take some of these polar combos.
It ran fast, so
Yeah,
let's.
just strip it down to 40 or something, like make him like incorrectly. You could use the slide bar. I don't know if particular combos are gonna be that important.
Move some offsuit.
Uh,
I don't
okay,
think people are opening much seven X.
let's leave it.
You've changed the range none, basically. Like you went from 60 to 50, you removed
That's not gonna
4%.
change anything, right?
It's not gonna change anything. Like you need to make it drastic, like go to 40 just for the example's sake. It doesn't matter if it's fictitious.
40, it will be hard to.
That's why I
get.
said if you use you see the range percentage, it has a slide bar, you can just
Yeah,
slide the bar and it makes life a lot easier.
how
Not the
much?
hand, not hand weight, not hand weight. You see range
Range.
percent? So,
Okay, okay. So you want to make it something
boom,
like that?
that, yeah, that.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a little nitty and like the guy's probably making mistakes if he's doing that, but I would be curious to see how we're supposed to adjust versus an opponent who is
oh,
doing
if
that.
he's tighter, is that what we're looking at?
Yeah.
Alright, cool,
Yeah, yeah,
cool.
yeah, because we're jamming like very
Yeah.
aggressively versus the guy who's very aggressive. My guess is we're still gonna jam the polar combos, but some of like the middling suited ace X will be, probably a little more incentivized to maybe call sometimes,
Mhm.
a little less aggressive. Or at least a little more indifferent. And yeah, that's what you see here. So you see like, before all of your suited ace X were just like piling in. Now some of them are like, well, we can prank him sometimes. Maybe we can call it
And before
sometimes.
all the suited, all the pocket pairs jammed, rejammed.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
now a lot
yeah,
of them
yeah.
starts to fall.
And then the offsuit ace X is pranking a little bit less, so like. Yeah, cool.
So what, now we're raise folding those middling ones, huh?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think
Assume
so.
they're not
I'm assuming.
inducing.
I'm assuming you're right, Danny. I'm assuming that's like gonna be a raise fold. I think it'd be crazy to raise ace eight suited and call it off, right?
Yeah, and then
Oh, you
some
wanna.
flatting too in between, right? You're inducing ace jack, you're flatting some ace 10, ace 9, and then you're raise folding ace 8 through to ace 6. With some flats still, some jams still. Kinda indifferent.
Okay, anything else?
No, I think that's it. Yay, and thank you for running
No
it.
problem. I gotta go, so have a good day.
Thanks,
Alright,
man.
have a good one, man.
Bye bye.
See you.
Poor Jeremy gets a raise, take it with aces.
Hmm,
What do you do here?
Folds, maybe? I
I
would
don't
just
know.
fold it.
I kinda wanna, I kinda wanna prank him actually with this hand.
Okay, so I think pranking is good with this hand if that raise is balanced as it should be.
That is a
And
great caveat, yeah.
now, if it's not, and this guy hasn't been like aggressing from the small blind a lot, I would probably just lean fold. But this is definitely a good bluff. As like, if you look at a GTO chart, this is definitely gonna probably be a raise, I would
I
think.
think it would be more like king five, king six, king seven.
I think it's deuce 3-4.
I think it's-
Roger, if we cover, I'm happier to call a little more.
Maybe it is, though. Maybe it is. I
No,
think I
no, don't let him get in your head, Galen. King 5 through 7 are much easier calls here. We
Okay,
prank
yeah,
the
maybe
lower
so.
ones.
I thought we did, but I did question myself for a second.
Cause you remember King Deuce off may even have a jam component here. And then like the 3 and 4 are gonna prank.
So one thing I do know that is if you play limp from the small blind, the deuce 3-4, kings do make good limp raises. And I think that range is pretty similar facing RFI from the small blind too. So yeah, it's probably good.
Can we find a model? In Wizard? We're all kind of, we're all middling, like 23, 30, 24, 34. And 20. Like 25 average and no one has more than 35, no one has less than 20. It's very tight knit. Oh, he
Tight.
finds it. Let's go. I love this,
Yeah,
man. I would go
I think it's
maybe a
good.
smidge bigger.
I think it's good. I think it's
Six
good.
and a half.
Alright, so let's see.
The stuff that champs are made of.
Right here. We're in here talking in the classroom about it and he's out there in the streets doing it.
24. 20.
Some high level shit. Alright, what are we looking at? Let's see. Boom.
Yeah, so 2, 3, 4. And some of the 6 and 7 actually just kind of work its way into the jam range, which is pretty interesting. But they're also like calls. It's more polar.
I love how Danny was like, don't let him get into your head.
Well,
King
to be
five,
fair,
king
he was
six, king
right. You
seven,
did,
not good.
you did get into my head a little bit.
Look at this, Danny. You see this? Why are you
You
so
didn't say to jam?
why are you so confident about your own opinion?
You didn't say to jam?
It was a raise, you know?
King deuce 3-4 are pranking, as I said. I said specifically prank, okay?
You see it. You see it. King five, king six, king seven.
You didn't say all in.
I was with stuff to
They
pretend.
probably do fine as a small
I
raise
didn't think it
too,
was
though.
gonna jam, but it's.
It's all fine. How about that, Louis? Everything's good.
That's an olive branch, Louis. I would take it. Alright, you can get this guy with some not all in size.
Mandatory prank.
Frank him out.
You think it's a prank?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, Jeremy does it.
I do think so.
Interesting. This,
I like this
let's
too, I
see.
think.
Think offsuit
But
7. we
my
fold
issue
a lot.
here is that we can't, this guy doesn't have that much pressure as the shorty, although he's like not that far behind the pack. So
He's
yeah, I
a
don't know.
double up away
Maybe it's
from, he's
good.
a double up away from almost chip lead. Everyone's really tight. I think
Yeah,
covering, you're not really, there's no free, this is like a no free lunch spot. Like, you're not giving this guy, you know, a ticket to the soup kitchen. Like, you gotta raise.
what do you think about just 2.2?
Yeah, I like 2.2. Probably as effective as 2 point whatever he did.
Oh, good flop. Hmm, interesting. I don't know if you wanna go quite that big on that board.
I think so, it's
Like,
a
yes,
polar
it's 8
board.
high, but it's completed equity, very
It's polar,
connected,
and then he's short
especially in
stack, so
ICM.
think about his range, like if he has a 5 or a 6 and you bet 4 into him. It's really tough for him to continue unless he has exactly an 8.
Yeah, I would just play check jam here or bet small, I think. Personally. You're kind of like. Yeah. I don't know. Not time to get into it now, I guess.
What is this?
You're showing your opponents again.
Limp, raise,
Limp, limp raise call is very good here.
check, bet 1. Oh. Do you call or do you fold?
I
Do
think you
you
gotta
call or
call.
do you raise?
Man, raising is probably like not bad. I just don't know if this is what you wanna be doing into the guy who covers you. But maybe. I would play call, I think. Raising definitely has some merit. I like, I like this. I like the cheap bluff. This is like what an 8 would do. I do this stuff in game
Yeah, it's
probably
good.
more than it should.
But if you raise flop, you don't have to be in this node.
You don't, and I think he took the appropriate size, cuz he doesn't really have very, very strong hands here. So you can't do something silly like jam, but you need to have bluffs here sometimes, cuz he's just gonna have hands that beat you, that brick. Like, he can't call you really very easily with queen high here, but he's got queen highs.
Mhm.
Well, that's just it, queen highs, better jack highs, I don't know, maybe even like a pair of threes? Might overfold here sometimes.
I mean, keep in mind the guy should be ISOing pretty polar, right? So he can fold 9-4 off, he can fold 7-4 off. I like stuff that we're beating,
Yeah.
but we like prevent from
You have
bluffing us
equity.
too.
Yeah, that's the problem. So you play check here, and he has a whole class of hands that we do beat, but he's going to bluff us off the river with. So that's the other part of that, that we have to be, cautious of. While we do beat a lot of hands, we have equity realization issues. So I like the cheap bluff. I think it's good. It didn't work because he found a call with a 6, okay.
I wonder if he has too much like 3x, 6x, deuce X in that range by the time. Like all of his pre-flop junk that raised, a lot of it made a pair.
Maybe. It just
That
depends
maybe
if
we
he,
do have to go a little bigger.
I think that's a great bet, cuz like, that's what, you should make that bet on the river with an 8, I think, to target that stuff. So
Yeah.
like, I
I think
think
there's a
having
problem with your mic.
You did get a little quieter.
Sorry, I moved the thing,
Now you're good.
yeah. I think just having bluffs in that node, because you would target value with an 8 there. So,
Yeah.
either way. Jam's good, obviously. Check,
Well, you got a
call.
limp trap.
Oh, he raises.
I
This is
like the
kind of
rate here a
great.
lot. high low, you get better queens to fold.
I guess you just go with it if he puts you in, huh?
You're in a whirl
Yeah.
if he does it.
You can maybe make it like 3.1 or something, so you like have a bit of a better price if he jams on you.
The info back filter is pretty clean there, so I think it's probably pretty good. Okay. Okay.
Call every ace, sir?
I think that's a, no.
Maybe not ace deuce,
What do you
ace
do with
three.
king, queen here?
You probably
Call.
call three-handed, man. Like, I don't think you have too many choices. Like, how many
What do
blinds
you
was
do
it? We kinda
with
missed. We kinda missed it. How many, like, effective is it? Is it 12 or
11, I
13?
think?
Yeah, it's 12.
Oh,
No, it's 9.
no, 9, 10, 9. Only 9, man. You gotta call like king 10 here. For sure.
I think king ten's probably good. I think king nine might even be good. I think all of your suited
Yeah.
Broadway is gonna be good. I think ace deuce, ace three might fold sometimes. The offsuit ones, maybe. I don't know.
I don't think so. I think you gotta go every ace.
Not
Every
really.
ace, I mean, alright, wait, if we're gonna fold. Yeah, let's say every ace and like down to king 8 even, and queen 10. Queen 9, queen 10. Jack 10. Off, all these are off. And then on the suited branch, like. Every king. Down to queen 4.
Okay, so every
Yeah.
king suited.
I was missing king 7-0, king 6-0,
Look at the, oh man, dude, look at ace deuce off.
queen 9 is in there.
Ace deuce is printing,
Oof.
Yeah, this looks good to me.
but look at this jamming range. Maybe that'll help you a bit.
Yeah, well, if he's jamming this, which he probably is not, I don't know. Probably this is maybe a little
A little
aggressive,
wide.
but a little, maybe a little. But he's gonna be aggressive here. He knows his spot here, I think.
We're down to
Um,
3-handed, it's like almost chippy V again. BVB, you just can't fold an ace.
I think this is like a 6K pay jump. Like the money is kind of significant for some people who find themselves in this spot. So it's like, I think it really depends, man. If it's like a higher mid stakes reg, they're probably gonna be finding what they need to. But I feel like it's enough to cause some players pause.
Yeah, difficult spot for sure.
Oh, I think this is like definitely pretty straightforward, but, s- just gotta run
Run
well,
pure,
and he does.
hold.
Okay. Fold, right?
Could we have open jammed or would it have been too much?
Well, open jamming is probably
Ooh,
something
I don't like
gonna do
open
it,
jamming,
but
man. I don't like
something.
open jamming.
Is that a thing when we're all equal stack? This is wild that we're all equal stack.
I don't like open jamming. I think I like raise folding.
Is there, Louis, a 20-20-20 configuration? 3-handed?
Yeah, for sure. I guess there is.
In
You might,
20-20-20, I think will be too much probably to
you
jam.
might have 15, 15, 15 or 18, 18, 18 even. Like you just have to,
Go, at the top for stack type, click on near. That should help. 15, 18, 12 is maybe the best we can do.
there's a 25, 30, 20, but.
Or 15, 25, 20 is also there. We can look at two of them and see like maybe look at the, yeah, start with that one, Louis. One of the 15, 20, 25 type.
This is 20, 30, 20, 25. The 20 button opens. Small blind hits.
You didn't look at the first question, which is, does button have jams?
No.
No, not for 25. Fold everything. And then do like the 18, 12, 15. Yeah, that one. Here, surely button does have jams, I would assume,
Yep.
but this hand is too bad. And then still a raise fold or what? I mean, now it's only for 12, but it's still a big chunk of chips, so yeah. So yeah, surely in this configuration, you gotta fold. Very good. Now he goes for the open jam. With ace 10, seems good, right?
What's this, free money?
Oh, what's up, Jeremy?
Hey,
Bro, I friggin' loved your king
Free
4 off
money.
3-bet blind on blind, man. I was
Yeah, that's
happy
solver
about
play,
that one.
man.
Yeah, I
Solver play.
Solver play, I agree.
yeah, it was.
But
Happy
not
days.
everyone's finding that one.
Alright, so from here, you basically made a deal, right?
Yeah,
And everything else is just like, yeah, whatever. No? Get
You,
it
you
in
made it right in time for
nicely.
the conclusion.
of course. Unbelievable. How did I not win this? I thought I
Is
wouldn't
this
lose and
not,
all win.
is this not for a ring?
No,
That
no,
is not for a ring.
Oh,
I mean, if it was a ring, I had to play for it, but
Well,
It's
there's
just a
join
nothing.
the circuit
it's
then.
it's a run of the mill, daily blue
Oh,
tournament.
that's right, it's just blue, that, yeah, the ring ones are, yeah, okay, I'm tripping.
The daily? What do you mean daily? It's
Just a
Sunday.
this is
blue.
the Sunday big boy, 88.
I'll say it's the daily Sunday edition. It is.
Hey
It's a
man, it's not
daily for
called
you, Jeremy.
daily for a reason. It's only Sunday.
That's right, you're right. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk down your Sunday schedule, Jeremy. It won't happen again.
Well played, Jeremy. We didn't find much mistakes. I'd say it's not.
Oh, we did, ace nine. Let's ask about the ace nine spot.
Oh, yeah, the
Ace
ace
nine
9
That
suited
was-
fold.
The ace nine suited fold was the only one that was like pretty off base from what like a GTO baseline was, and I just said it's probably near bubble or something.
So this is the,
This.
Yeah, I mean, this one's close though, right? No? Or is
it
it
was
printing?
printing. It was printing.
In theory
Like how
land.
much printing?
It was like 0.63 or something.
It
But
was-
I need them to
Jeremy,
like
the
jam queen jack suited here though. Do you think everyone jams queen jack suited here?
Yeah,
Not really.
okay, yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you there.
So if they
I-
don't jam those hands and ace five suited, ace deuce suited, then my hand doesn't really, the hand makes money when people jam those hands, right?
Yeah, an offsuit, he's supposed to
Yeah.
jam ace 8 off plus,
Exactly,
every
exactly.
suited ace, every pair.
So sometimes I just feel like some people don't do that enough. Like against an aggressive player, I would snap this all day long, man. Like
Alright, so you just had a tag or he had nit stats, whatever, you didn't wanna
I
take.
think
There
I think
was-
even population don't jam this. Like they don't jam everything, not all the suited ace.
You remember this?
I know. Yeah, but this one I'm just playing for like to fight off. Like if I get like 50 big blind here, I literally run the table over. This one's just like exploit play.
Honestly, dude, it's not even an exploit play. It was very good.
We
Everything
looked
happened
at it,
here was
Jeremy. I
good.
didn't like it when you played it. I thought it was a little bit marginal, but it's pretty good actually. Like you're supposed to bet flop, blast turn, and
Yeah, for sure.
over bet the
And
river.
this river, I'm like bottom of my damn range. I have some gives up. I think 8-9 would probably be my no. I think something would be like Yeah, I don't know, maybe. What would be my give up? I don't really have much give ups here though. So ace X, Jack X would be showdown. Then it becomes like I really don't know, man. Like six X. Do I bluff six X here?
I don't
Maybe.
think so.
No,
I
Yeah,
would
blind
you have
against
just,
so
blind
much
probably
air in
just
range here. Surely
yeah.
you can't bluff all your air.
Yeah, I can bluff everything.
you're just
So
gonna beat clubs sometimes with 6x, you know, like, I wouldn't bluff 6x, I don't think.
And then
they
sometimes
come
maybe you defend a little bit too much from the big blind on ICM.
which one? Big
Oh, the
blind.
ace
Think we
five
had,
spot.
yeah, an ace five suited that was way
No,
out.
no, ace five off, ace five off.
Yeah.
This one, we should go back and show this one, cause I still think it's quite a,
It's gonna be
a
tough.
But
commonly
you think the
missed
thing is
spot.
that nah, I just feel like they're fucking shit, man. So, I was like, whatever, man. I think
This
even
is
when
like,
you watch like Giraffe and all play, like whenever I see him play, he's also doesn't really like follow everything.
This
yeah, but I think you're leaking here. No, no, not this one.
was later in the game.
Yeah, you went past it.
This one?
No,
Yeah.
earlier.
Did I defend this one? Oh, what am
Yeah,
You
I?
you
went
did
for the
it. No,
GTO
dude,
prank.
I like this. I like this a lot.
This is really good, but it was earlier, it was Jeremy like 20 to 25% field.
I have a feeling ace five off is probably supposed to jam rather than doing my bullshit here. Because the
This one.
problem is that I
No,
give
not this one.
people the option to rejam in my face. Where I actually don't
Slow
think
down, Louis. There you go.
they do
Nope,
jam
this is the
enough.
same one you just looked at. You gotta go slower. You're jumping all over the place. Alright, scroll up. It's earlier in the game. It's between the two that we've looked at. There you go, stop. Wait, no, that's the one we're on. Alright, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Did I rebuy this with 10 big blind or what do we start?
There you go.
20
And
big
20
blind then.
And
I'm a
25.
20 big blind,
What the fuck? It's
unbelievable.
earlier still then. Wait, stop, stop, stop. I saw two of them.
There's
I
2 of
crazy?
them. It means it's later.
No, no, no. Oh my
Yeah, yeah,
god,
yeah.
you're
That's
driving
like
me
3
crazy.
ace five off I just passed by.
I know when in the run it was. It's not later.
Okay,
Yeah,
tell me.
I hear Danny cracking around the edges. You gotta slow down for him.
That's the beginning.
Yeah, it's literally like 3 hands after this one. But you keep jumping around so I can't locate it. Stop, stop.
There, 26.
There you go. Thank you.
This one.
This one. Alright,
Oh,
this
yeah,
should
Did
just
I
be a
defend this
fold.
one?
Way, because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
way, that was it, right?
Yeah, yes, yeah.
So you're folding here, basically.
Did I fold? I didn't
It's
fold.
fold.
You
No,
didn't
you
fold.
I
called.
called now.
It's
You
folding
call,
up
you
to
got
like
this.
ace nine, ace
And then what
eight.
happened? They bet big? What did I do?
You fold.
I folded?
That's, it's like, you could do some stuff here maybe, but I don't know. You folded.
Oh
I
my
think it's
God.
prudent. I would just fold pre and
Yeah,
not
maybe
worry
he's
about it.
right. Maybe just fold. But then it's like so weird that the button would have a flatting range. It's just, what the hell is he doing? Like,
That's what I was saying, Jeremy. I was advocating for maybe squeezing some of this kind of
yeah,
hand
but then
sometimes.
it's like, it's a bit too much to risk, you know, because the problem is that if button starts flatting hands like pocket eights or, you know, I don't know, man. Like, what is his flatting range? I mean, in theory, like, maybe some
It
ace
was
jack suit.
5% of
Nah,
hands,
man,
right,
what the
Louis?
hell,
We
man?
saw,
Ace jack suit
yeah,
is gonna shove there all the time.
He
no,
had
it's
maybe
like ace jack
pairs.
suited, ace ten
Yeah.
suited.
Suited ace X, that was like Broadway region,
Yeah,
and then like some pairs.
I
and
had to
some, like,
move with
trap game.
stacks to make sure he had the calling range, cause we didn't have much of a flattening range. Alright,
Interesting.
Jeremy, anything else you wanna say about this?
No, I don't. I barely even seen this thing because I didn't even market many hands here on this tournament. I didn't really mark many hands. I
Oh,
don't
we
think there
had-
was really many top spots as well. I don't think.
Oh, we
I
had a
think
Was there
couple of
many
Jeremy,
top spots?
interesting HRC spots.
What are that?
We had a couple of nice HRC ones.
Yeah, the problem is that when it gets down to like sub 5 big blind, I really don't know what the sub 10 big blind, like whenever people are around that stack, it's like whatever people do, like even a slight deviation from the GTO stuff is just all over the place, man. So it's a bit it's kind of tough, man. I don't know.
I think Jeremy just wants to say, we'll see you Sunday, right? We'll see you this Sunday.
No, for real. Don't you think like if you go and run a HRC sim here with like this sub 10 big blind stack, people play way differently than what GTO do. Like
I think people just jam. Like, I think it's
exactly,
I think it's just
exactly.
pretty straightforward. People aren't like mixing in limps and min
Yeah,
raises and
yeah,
they're
yeah.
just like, they're just saying, well, 5 big blinds, I'm all in.
I mean, if it was like 20 bigs, I would understand there's some HRC stuff to study, but like 10 big blind is it's just a what do they call it? A shit show.
That's how they say it, yes.
Right,
Very nice run, Jeremy, either way.
thank you.
Very well played, GG. And thanks a lot
GGs.
for watching, everybody.